back with the Flame, Generals of the Flame. So stay tuned for tonight as we got some fire spiritual topics and some, the topics for the community to discuss and join in with. So be active in the chat, ask us questions. We're here to answer them. We're here to talk about some cool fire stuff. So enjoy. Peace. Shady.
All right, video over. No. What's good to the tribe? Peace to the tribe. Peace to the collective, man. Just out here doing my thing, right? Hood Mystic, hoodmystic.com, whiterabbitsite.com. Hope to have an enlightening conversation for the tribe, man. Be active in the chat so we can communicate back. Let us know what you think and what you feeling. Like this video too. Before you do anything, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's get it.
So the first thing that we have for you guys, of course, we're always going to bring spiritual things to this podcast. And one thing that we want to talk about is tarot and how the Fool card gets into tarot. We had talked about the Fool card before, but really getting into the deeper meaning and what the Fool card really approaches to tarot is always going to help the reader understand just the deeper meanings of it. So here what we have first, something that Hood had brought to us. So I'm gonna pull it up for us, and we're gonna discuss. We're always gonna have things on the screen on the board so you guys can take notes. We're just not gonna talk out our buttocks. So in Fool tarot card, the mythic deck, the Fool is represented by the Greek god Dionysus, wearing an ivy crown and leopard skin, which are particular to the symbols of this god. If it is the first card of the Major Arcana in the Mythic Tarot deck, and its number is 0, a red check Dionysus is on the edge of a cliff. It looks like he's about to take a flying leap behind him. You see a dark cave, and directly above an eagle is sitting and watching on a tree branch. In the distance, the landscape is out of dunes. A path can be seen in the middle, and the sun is setting against the pale blue sky. So, Hood, when you got this, what was your download with this big
dog? That's just like a particular tarot deck. I remember relating the Fool to like wind, and like wind, like solar wind, or just kind of being like the secret energy of the world. Like, where does wind come from? Where does wind go? And even when like somebody transition, like, where did we come from? Like, if nobody told you your birthday, you wouldn't even know when that day was. So a birthday, by definition, is a satanic belief. So when we into spiritual things, we more into the wind, the Fool, like doing something big, like in life. Like the Fool's journey is like self-realization, all of these different aspects. But then another aspect was Julio Fulio. Like, we did a video on him, and every time we do a video on these guys, their killers get found. So isn't it ironic that when his killers got arrested, it was a thunderstorm? Like, it was like a hurricane rather. And like they was like getting all of the people that was, not all of them, but 2 people that was got arrested in the rain. And I just thought it was like symbolic. Like, I really felt his energy, like looking down on that whole situation. Like, y'all goofy ass motherfuckers really thought y'all was about to get away with it. And it's just like such of a, I don't know, man. This Julio Fulio situation is like it's like something that I'm very much like focused on more than anything, and just really tapped into his energy. He was really into voodoo and resurrection and things of that nature. So I just know, like, in the afterworld, his energy is very strong, like the same as like young Thoth. I think like this is another aspect of like young Thoth being Anubis, and then Fulio, of course, being the Fool. So what am I really talking about? Is actual gods that walk this earth that we be around and can listen to and tune into, like the mythologies was created from actual people and like just regular old people, but it's God force energy in them, and you can really tap into it for like healing and wisdom. So like this spiritual journey, Julio Fulio is like somebody that you could really like gain a lot from a spiritual level. Now on the moralistic level, in the human level, he might not be your cup of tea, but I'm talking about spiritual power, like the fool. Like the fool is the most dominant card in the deck, but it's not the most demonstrative. It's not the most flashy. It's very much understated how powerful it is. So that's the nature of a fool if you think about it. A fool is unwittingly powerful. So this is a message about life, prosperity, protecting your family. Like Fulio was the number one rapper in Jacksonville. Don't ever like he been rapping since he was 8 years old. He like a version of like Kodak Black. Like he one of them goats. And like they say, the greatest rappers they died. You know what I mean? So like it's just such a tragic situation for the family. We in the community got to go through one of these long ass trials. You know what I mean? Like it's exhausting, bro. But I feel like we need to really go through this to get to some form of peace. Like the spiritual war is really is coming to an end. I can see it.
Okay. Here's the next part of the info that we have. I'm about to pull up, and within to backboard off what Hood was saying, I feel like if we can really like try to tune into the energies, because if you kept up with the last show, we got into astrology and we were just talking about talking to our higher selves and different aspects with ourselves within these planets. So and these cards are a representation of that. So applying that to yourself and your life is going to make a real difference when you really tap into yourself, because these are different aspects of yourself. So here's this one right here.
Yeah, this that sauce. That's that secret sauce right there. This is where a lot of people gonna get fucked up on the spiritual path, understanding the physical world. Like really trying to, you gotta master this shit, man. That's why it's a lot of skims and scams with the spiritual shit, because motherfuckers don't want to go through the magician, the high priestess, the empress, the emperor, the empress, the lovers, the chariot. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers don't want to actually get through that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to really get to a point where this money shit ain't nothing to you. This living shit ain't nothing to you. Because if this shit's still kicking your ass, high level spirituality is just kind of it ain't going to really resonate for real.
Mm-hmm.
It's always going to seem like a trick to it. But if you can see it laid out in the tarot, you can't get to the world without going through all of the trials and the initiations that life presents your ass, like paying rent. You know what I'm saying? Figuring out a way to live without paying rent. You know some magic.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Like within the cards that we're talking about tonight, the full first masters within the physical world, and like the card that we have presented for everybody is right here. It's the Lover's card. Now, the reason why we brought this up is because, you know, a lot of people might think, and someone asked me, why do we talk about relationships and things of that nature when it comes to spiritual things? And it's because, you know, the choices that you make in your life, and when it comes to your partners, you know, it's going to reflect that. And most of the time, we want a lot of people to recognize our greatness, or we want to do so much for our partner to please them. And it's like you sometimes forget about the main thing. And especially when you see this card in a reading, you might think about a relationship. But 9 times 10 is really doing with you in the aspects of your life and your choices. Because it's like we never want to reflect on that. We always want to blame someone else for our problems, but we never want to admit we signed up for what we signed up for. Am I wrong, gentlemen, or does it sound like I'm just spitting just to spit?
Serpent, you there?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. What did I miss? I just went to the bathroom.
No, you good. I was explaining within the tarot card of the lovers is about your choices that you make and building yourself. And when it comes to these relationships, we want this partner, and we never really think about ourselves when it comes to getting this partner or this life that we want. So it's just like, I was asking your thoughts and minds, like, am I just, just jotting, or like, does this shit make sense to for the collective to understand why we talk about these relationships and why they equate to spiritual things?
Absolutely. Um, it's a it's an insightful push towards the things that are going on within the spiritual realm and the things that are not noticed and recognized within the spiritual realm, and then to understand the conflict that one has in the physical, like the shit that you're going through right here, right now, is happening in the spiritual realm. So the components as to why these things are happening, why these things are transpiring can be found in the spiritual realm. So the relationship aspect, when people always trying to find out why don't these relationships work, because a lot of these people don't have a spiritual foundation. And if you don't understand that the spiritual foundation is something that's necessary, then it's very easy for you to look past whatever's going on in your physical realm and just blame somebody else outside for what's happening, right? So we speak about relationships because it's clear that the biggest thing that people are battling with is being together with one another. Like, people have an issue with being together, and I don't know if it's cooperation. I don't know if it's coexisting. I don't know if it's um, 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 intention, right? But I know that there is an issue there, and rectifying that issue, it starts in the spiritual world. So um, these things are going to keep coming up because that's all that's on most people's algorithms anyway. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of constructive conversations that's going on about this in the first place. There's either a bunch of women bashing or a bunch of man bashing, a bunch of black women bashing or a bunch of black men bashing. And there is no in between. There is no cohesiveness when it comes to either side. And so everything is total chaos. And if 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 the spiritual world just doesn't mean anything to you, or if you just don't care about the spiritual world, as far as I'm concerned, you might as well not give a fuck about the physical world neither.
You was about to say something, AD?
Yeah, keep right on, hood. You locked in. Because I was talking and then I was muted. But the simple spiritual things come down to having a clean room, and you might be like, nigga, how? But if you really got into energies and got to understand the small principles of feng shui and why we burn these incense and why we do smoke smudging. And by the way, please check out the Colombian Change, get your smudge kits, because I promise you, burning those herbs gonna make a change. So doing those small things. But as I'm going on this tangent, let's get back into the Lover's card and the sword Zain. So reason why I'm bringing down this Hebrew letter to you is for you to understand the individuality within yourself. you need to understand your ego and your soul. So when it comes to this card, you might think about your significant other, but your significant other is your soul. Peace, peace. But brotherhood, what do you have for us, brother? I see. We have some fire.
So this is blackdemographics.com. This is just statistics, but eye-opening statistics nonetheless. So, well, what is the? So we're looking at black people that have never been married. 50% of us will never get married. 52% of black men will never marry. 33% of us will get married. 27% of black women will get married. 48% will not get married. 12% will get divorced. 8% will be widowed. So, in comparison to all of the United States, black men are ahead of the curve, according to blackdemographics.com. 52%, well, not ahead of the curve. Let me retract. We all behind the curve. I'm reading that wrong. Most people in the world, 50% of people in the world will get married and you know what I'm saying, normalize marriage. We don't have that luxury. And I don't you're not going to gaslight me into being so different from the rest of the world. Right? You can't gaslight me and say marriage is not an important thing when our asses just not going to get married. You feel me? 33% of men going to get married, 27% of black women going to get married, and if niggas don't, if I want to get on my platform every day and talk about this shit, I will, because it's a motherfucking crisis. It's like niggas getting full blown AIDS from looking at somebody and we not being able to talk about it. We would talk about this shit every day, because at the end of the day, if you ever seen a woman get old, it's cool when you young and you got like sneaky links and shit, like, you know what I'm saying. But when you see a woman get old and she fall into this 27% of never getting married, it's very, very heartbreaking. So I would love to just give y'all a game on pushing this number up past 27 into 50. Oh, marriage ain't nothing. Marriage ain't important. Well, like, stop fucking talking to me, man. Cause that's not something that that's not even something that life could even show me to even mean anything. Like, I realize everybody not gonna get married, but at the same time, these stats are alarming, especially from people in the 1960s. We was the most married people. So when you're talking about love and really get into a space where it's like, all right, I gotta learn to love myself. Like, that sounds so good, but if you're not able to reflect that, it's not ever going to make sense. It just sound good. You gotta love yourself. All right, I'm gonna love myself. If it don't translate into nothing, then you telling me you just want to love yourself and just live in a studio apartment your whole life, loving yourself?
That's fucking psychotic.
That's what you want to do?
That's
I mean, I get it, but
that's
you want to feel that energy. You
that's
want to
nasty work, though, big bro. That's nasty work, bro.
That's what I mean. It's like it is an understanding, right? That we need to kind of like bear down on, because it's like, how did we get here? Well, supposedly two people have sex. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the root of our existence. So love, sex, mental, it all comes to a head in this Gemini energy. But it's like, how do I relate to people? How do I connect to people? I love myself so much that I'm easily connectable to people. I can communicate easily and effectively because I love myself so much. I know myself so much. I'm ready for love like India Ari. Like, why can't motherfuckers just stand doing, I'm about to fucking love on somebody tonight? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really just stand in that because it's almost like this deep love energy have been taken away from black people. And I'm just talking about the statistics. Look at marriage statistics by race. Who is in last place? We majority never married and minority of people that's going to get married. And nobody want to talk about it for real. Nobody want to hold each other accountable. Motherfuckers want to go back and forth. What's some solutions? That's where you get into the nitty gritty of this lovers card. Like, yeah, we gonna get into we gonna figure this shit out. You know what I mean?
Because it's like it's so easy to sit up and argue with each other, but it's like, have you ever like been in an argument or a certain type of conflict with your significant other, and then y'all say, or the other person says, "Okay, I'm hearing you. So what's the solution for this, babe?" Or, "Honey, what's the solution?" Like, if y'all ain't really talking today, y'all argument is gonna be in circles. It's just really just the truth because people so easy to say this is the problem and you're doing this instead of saying like, I thought about this and maybe I want to hear your thoughts on it. What should we try? So here's a video. We got any words before I pull it up, gentlemen?
What you said was the last thing you said, AD?
After any words before I pull up this video, what we just said and talked about.
I wholeheartedly concur with everything both of y'all said. As far as I'm concerned, first solution I have is let's stop the blame game. That shit ain't getting us nowhere.
Yeah.
Let's stop keeping score. Because when it comes to accountability, the finger that points still holding four fingers that point the opposite way. So everybody wants to scream accountability. Everybody wants to scream whose fault it is. Nobody is coming up with solutions. I'm tired of the blame game. This shit is old, bro. Grow the fuck up. How about that?
Ashe.
Stop calling grown ass people your motherfucking boyfriend and girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Weird as fuck.
Weird as fuck. Stop packing night bags at 40 years old.
At 45, talking about I'm gonna go over to my little friend's house. Stop doing that shit. Talking about it's hot pockets in the freezer. Call me if anything happened. Stop doing that shit.
Sneaky links is demonic. Bad bitches is demonic. Independence is a demonic fucking intention. Let's get to it.
Let's get to some solutions, big bro. Hoes need to start treating we all need to start treating each other right.
This is a fact. All right, go for it, AD.
Oh, you can't see this?
Hell no.
Oh, my goofy. All right.
Don't let it run all the way through. Like, start it and stop it from time because that shit get boring.
Yeah, just let me know when to pause stuff.
With the woman that looks like she's screaming, I would love for you to do that one.
Oh no. Okay. Israel
want a traditional woman, but they don't want to be a traditional man. So you want a woman to come home from a job, just like you did, clean, cook, do the laundry, take care of the kids, and you guys are both going to work. Do you see how that don't make sense?
No, it does make sense. And yes, I do want you to do that.
Are you delusional?
No.
So you're telling me that.
All right. So the first thing being brought to the table is having to work. Y'all both having to work. Y'all both having to contribute. And then after you having to contribute, then you just more or less can't do nothing past working. Have y'all ever grown up with parents that had jobs?
Yes.
Did they work and clean up and cook
Yes.
when you was a little kid?
Yep.
Was they complaining about doing that shit, or was it like more like taking pride in like, oh, we getting different meals, we going different places? You know what I'm saying? Like
Part of the process.
it's part of the process. Like a bitch being mad. I'm sorry, a woman being mad over doing the things that need to be done throughout the day is the reddest of the flags. But that's just my opinion. What y'all think? Part one.
Yep. First of all, why are you yelling? We only 5 feet away from each other.
We right next to each other, sis.
Second of all, why do we have to divert right into name calling by calling me delusional? Because I expect you to do what your part is to do. Third, why is it that you think yelling supersedes everything that's going on right now? Like she started cool and then she jumped out the window. Yeah. So that's the first.
And I'm gonna say, like, whenever you a guy, don't normalize that shit. If you can't check that situation right then and there, the relationship should be over. Because if she gonna yell at you on Tuesday, guess what's gonna happen on Friday?
Yelling.
You ever now? I don't know how to make this analogy smooth, so I'm gonna just do it rough. You ever had a dog that you just let do whatever?
Nah.
No. You gotta kind of like more or less like if they do things, you gotta kind of like stop it there. Because if you don't stop it there, they're going to attack you one day. They're going to turn on you one day.
First thing you do is stop it immediately. Second thing you do is you put their nose in it so they realize what they did.
Yeah. So yeah. But if you don't establish those boundaries within your relationship, then of course you sexist, you misogynist, you know. But I don't personally want no girl that want to do whatever she want to do.
Ever.
That shit don't serve me in my life. Because I don't need nobody that's independent. We can be interdependent, but independent is crazy in the guise of a relationship. Because what am I here for?
Word. If you can't be led, then you can't lead. Period.
Exactly. And then if we crash out, guess who's getting all of the brunt of society's ire?
Yeah, I'm getting that shit. As soon as the relationship don't work, it's all my fault.
Why couldn't you be a better leader?
As soon as she decide to fuck outside the relationship, it's all my fault. As soon as she decide that she lonely and she neglected and she's lacking, it's all my fault. If I didn't buy that $500 bag, if I ain't buy that $300 meal, if I ain't go on that $3,000 trip, it's all my fault.
Now let's unpack that. You in a situation where you have no control over the circumstances of her emotional state because you don't have any boundaries, and we're not even materialists. Like we're spiritualists, and we are connected to the all, and we live in a space of gratitude. And like you not even in a space where you even relax to even be stressing me out right now.
Facts.
Relax real quick. But you know what I'm saying? I'm saying like implementing boundaries within your relationship. Now, you could be a guy that's in some deep waters. You know what I'm saying? You can't really do nothing or say nothing because y'all already got a house together. You know what I'm saying? So you got to more or less be a bitch. But you know what it is. You feel me? If you're not in that situation, establish boundaries and be afraid of the thing to end. Because I would rather you be a single man than be with somebody that don't want to be under your leadership.
1,000%.
That's the solution. And nobody really ever gonna want to hear that because motherfuckers so loving sneaky links.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers love a sneaky link from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get married, that means no more sneaky links. You locked in.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be surprised, bro. You'd be really, really surprised. I bet you wouldn't. Some people would be surprised how desperate how good a sneaky link is to a certain motherfucking demographic of motherfuckers out here in the streets.
Nah, for real.
The only thing that would surprise me about that whole spiel when it comes to sneaky links is when they decide to sneak. Right? Like there are the times when you expect someone to sneak. There are the times when it looks like it's ample opportunity for a person to sneak. But then there are the times when you least expect the person will be sneaking, they sneaking.
They sneaking. And that goes into, if we ever get to that one video where we talk about people that's modest, like, you show up as this good person. I don't give a fuck about a person that show up good. Because I don't give a fuck about no good person for real. I know everybody have a shadow. So you mean to tell me out of all this psychological studying that I did, you come into my life, Miss Perfectly manicured, no mental health, emotional issues that you don't need to work through?
You ain't never had no trauma that was unresolved.
Like, you never got triggered by nothing? Okay.
You ain't never sneak and do the 5-figure discount at the grocery store. Like you ain't never did nothing.
Now
Nah.
I'm gonna tell you, if you in a situation and a woman submits to you with her soul, with her heart, with her love, with everything inside of her, she submits to you, that's gonna feel way better than dealing with an independent woman.
1,000%.
I'm just saying.
No,
Nobody ever want to talk about what a guy wants.
Not for real, because it's like a lot of like young men. It's like you said this before. It's like it's the settling, it's the things you put up with, and it's like, especially if you don't got no mission, and then you just with her, and you really putting up with this. We wasting time. So it's just like I really beg men to have a mission, and you're gonna see if she really rocking with you or not.
And let's talk about dudes that really love women though. Dudes that come into the game like, all right, babe, whatever you say, I'm like, all the women is independent. My shorty is a boss bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then she come crying into your arms. Please save me. Oh, I wasn't even prepared. I really thought you was going to save the world like Beyonce and them. No, I need you to step into your masculine. All right. Like, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Don't be in that situation, bro. Because it's never what you think it is. Spirit be telling me, like, on the inside, like, showing me on the inside, like, oh, man, motherfucker can have everything on the outside, but the inside, a total wreck. You feel me? And how, like, another thing, yin and yang. Pull up the yin and yang real quick, AD.
I got you.
I'm going to show y'all something.
I got you.
Niggas be mad at me, be mad at God. You know what I'm saying? He created this whole system for us to live, learn, and prosper. Motherfuckers want to go outside the box. Oh, my ladies, it's independent looking at us. Like, sit your goofy ass down. All right, zoom into his yin, or we could just look at it from here, right? Peep how the yin and yang is. It's a light in the darkness, and it's a darkness in the light. This is just like Carl Jung's anima and the animus. Mm-hmm. Within her is me. Mm-hmm. Within me is her. If I see you inside of me, that's why I would be submissive to you, to God, and try to be the best version of myself within this relationship. Because when you listen, guys, you can be any type of dude. You don't gotta be rich, nothing. I'm telling you. Fuck all that. You gotta be a this, you gotta be a that. No, you gotta find that feminine energy within yourself. Cause you live inside of a woman right now. She gonna be like, look at you, all dusty ass little boy. Come here. You my divine twin flame. Come here. Get you some pussy. You hungry? You want some chicken, nigga? I'm gonna fry you up some chicken, nigga. You want some pussy first or some chicken, nigga? I don't know. You want some liquor? Some weed?
Rub your feet, nigga.
What you want?
Mm-hmm.
But you like, damn, I don't got no money. I'm dusty. She like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. And niggas will lose their twin flame because they just think like, oh, I gotta, nigga, you don't gotta do shit. You need to study Carl Jung. Don't take my word for it. Wrap your mind around the concept of the anima. Your goddess live within inside of you. You live within inside of her. When women don't bear witness to this, this is going to be tragic for your life. Period. Any spiritual guru, whoever you following, whoever you taking notes from, if they don't tell you this shit, you destined for a crash out. You're not so special that you don't have that divine masculine within yourself that you need to submit to and surrender to. You think that job is your salvation? Come on, man. Let's be honest.
You think that bank account is your salvation?
How?
You think that degree is your salvation? You think that boss title is your salvation? You will die on the hill by yourself with that shit. You can take that shit with you to your grave.
Nah.
Well, nobody give a fuck. Like,
nah, you're going to take that employee of the month
boss bitch
into the Astro when you transition. Look, Don, I was employee of the month, January of 2023. You gonna expect that shit out your hand? I don't give a fuck about that shit, bitch. I sent you your twin flame. You said he was too short. Stupid ass. Talking about you a supervisor, bitch. You did not do nothing that the mission required of you.
Like
because of an aesthetic.
Yeah, like all of that's masculine energy, bitch. Like, what is you doing?
Gonna slap that employee of the month sticker right out your hand. What are you doing? I mean, I'll just be so confused about this shit, man, because it's like spiritual, like going back to the tarot and really going through your trials and tribulations. Like, nigga, I worked at factories. I done did it all as far as like working and shit. Like, I worked, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't feel bad about nothing, you know what I'm saying? But put in your work, you feel me? Because if you put in your work, like niggas can have jobs right now, but I guarantee you, if I ask you, your job, it feel like the spirits kind of conspired for you to get that job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't feel like you had a job. You feel like the spirits was like, here, you can do this shit if you need some extra money type shit. Like, but you don't be feeling like you slaving under a fucking time clock or no shit like that.
Nope. I know.
That's how you know. That's how you know you're in alignment, and it's gonna get better if you keep fixated and focused on your spiritual alignment. Because I've for sure been there, knee deep in that. Oh, this job too sweet. This job too sweet. Thank you, God.
Okay. Just like I gotta throw some offers and go to the mountains now.
You done came up. You know. Sometimes the job be a come up. You feel me? Sometimes the job be like, okay, spirit, I see what you did there. You feel me? So it's like, that's real too. So it's not really necessarily about the job. It's about, all right, I know I ain't about to do this shit forever, but I'm happy I'm in this position because it's going to allow me. Like, my last job, I had 2 or 3 screens. I had one screen dedicated to my hood mystic shit. They doing little audits. They like, what is the South Node in Cancer? I'm like, I'm working on my blog and shit. Like, oh, okay. Like, yeah. You better shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I'll walk out this bitch right now. That's how I be on these motherfucking jobs. Like, nigga, hey,
quit this so fast.
say one more motherfucking word, nigga. I turned into Pinky real fast. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Say it again. Say it again.
Say it again. Nigga, fuck your job, nigga. I'm here for me. You feel me? I will leave.
Yeah, I second that wholeheartedly, bro. I'm gonna fucking burn this bitch to the ground. Don't play with me.
To the ground.
Don't
Y'all
play
do not
with
know me. Y'all do not know where I came from.
You have not met my shadow yet. You see the next week.
Okay.
I'm a good guy.
You have not met my shadow yet.
Y'all gotta relax. But no, for real. If we can understand the psychology of our relationships, then we go within to find our lover. We don't. You got to think about it. This motherfucker gonna be with you for 50 years. So if they pressed on you being ugly, it ain't gonna work in the first place.
Word.
Think about that. Think about it. Don't that make sense?
It makes too much sense. It's like the really, really good looking people that don't think about they're gonna get old one day. You know, one day you're gonna be old and wrinkly, and all of that shit that made you a bad bitch or a fly nigga is not gonna look good. Like that shit gonna droop, it's gonna fall, it's gonna get bigger, like it ain't gonna look right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you're not thinking about that, then you know. It's like you said, you know what I'm saying? Like you got this many, you got the 80-year-old version of you, you got the 18-year-old version of you, you got the 7-year-old version of you, and you probably never sat down and had a conversation with them.
You never even said, nigga, what your old ass gonna be on? You gonna be on the hoes, ain't you? I knew it, nigga. I knew it. You gonna be on them young hoes. I knew it. You gonna be riding around with a lot of money looking for something. I knew it.
You're gonna be trying to find somebody to do something strange for a piece of change.
He said, "What you doing, OG?
Come here now, guy."
Yeah. Hey, where the bitches at, nigga?
Old ass talking about where the bitches at. I'm trying to find out. Nice to meet you.
Yo. Yeah, that shit is so true, bro. And I love the way y'all connected that shit with the food card, because like that shit fits, bro. Like if it fits, bro. Like this spiritual world is mastered by this physical world is mastered by the fool. Get acquainted with the fool.
You got to make wild assumptions about yourself. And then you got to I'm going to tell you some ill shit I did last night, bro. I promise you, I swear to God, bro. I'm not even going to lie to you. I was listening to Bob Proctor before I went to sleep. Went crazy today. White Rabbit went loco on a Monday. I'm like, okay, Bob, I'm fucking with you. Like, listen to that Bob Proctor, nigga. Like that Bob Proctor, boy. That Bob Proctor, like I went crazy today off that Bob Proctor, and it's like, it's to me. I just be like, damn, I could have not did this and been like, I'd be like doing this spiritual business shit. If I'm not intentional about what I want out of my business, I may not get it. So I could be like, damn, this shit's slow for real, and it'd be slow for real. I'd be like, man, I'm about to just go crazy this weekend. Like, I'm going to just go crazy this week. And I can just go crazy. And I'm like, damn, Bob Proctor was talking about your mindset. Like, if you really think you rich, like, there's nothing really that can stop you from becoming rich. And I was just like, I can like bear witness to it. Like I've been working on this shit for a very long time, just to go back to the point where it's like, I remember just being a broke ass, dirty ass, no motion have ass nigga, man. Like not too long ago, like not ever doing shit. And I'm like, damn, this mindset shit really work, bro. Like I'm just I'm just making it happen with my mind, bro. I swear to God, bro. I'm mentally changing shit for myself, like just making choices that like we talked about yesterday, the power of the subconscious mind. Like, nigga, you want money, you better program that fucking subconscious mind. Like you gotta you say all day, damn, I want some money. My whole life I said, damn, I want some money. I want to do something. Ain't shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Nothing happened. I'm like, fuck. Starting to feel a little crazy. Then I started doing that subconscious mind work, and it's like, okay, yeah, this works out. You know what I'm saying? Like this spiritual shit, like, nigga, I feel like a magician every fucking day. Like, I just feel like, don't fucking talk to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't even ask me no questions about this shit. For not don't ask me no questions, but just like don't like in real life, like with real people, like when they ask you like what you do, like, bro, I can't even tell you that shit, bro. You wouldn't even understand this shit, bro. Cause it's like niggas might be thinking like this Bobby Hemming shit, just the nigga just talking. But if you really get into all of this shit, it will change your life. But you got to master that physical world. And I say all of that to say that, like, you got to get real with your finances. Don't be so spiritual and be like, damn, I got $20. No, you can do spiritual work and your shit can be in the thousands, nigga. I swear to God. Like, you could be on a comfortable position and be like, okay, all right, Oshun, I seen that work. Like, you feel me? Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was working with Achilles today. Cool ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, Achilles, like, yeah, I'm black for real. I ain't Brad Pitt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a nigga, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like these spirits all around us can help us, but what's your mindset? Like, what is your mindset? Like, what do you actually believe you can be? And working with this tarot shit, man, for real, like, fuck pulling cards. Go through every card, study that shit. I tell people this all the time. How did I start my channel? I started with a blog, and I swear for God, I went through every single tarot card. I just studied and I blogged about it. And as I studied, my life fucking changed. As I was studying, everything grew. Having that spiritual foundation, bro. Everything. Like, connect the spirit to the physical. You feel me?
Not for real. Because it's like I had in the pre-show I talked about a download and just realizing things. And it's like when you're doing the work, you might feel like you're not doing something like what is the point of this, right? And then like when you really doing the work and you start to connect the dots, like for me, I'm looking at these landscapes and I'm always just going hiking and just doing the meditating, doing the work there. I'm just like I got to the point it's like, what am I doing? And then once I really start actually applying it to my studies, I ran across literature, ran across certain practices, and I'm just like, oh damn, like now I'm getting it. It's like now I'm going out there with intent and purpose. Now I'm learning on certain things. Like, do I want to build wealth? Do I want to build my energy? Do I want to build healing? Like, the more you study and the more you're doing the work, the more it's going to be uncovered to you. You got to do the decoding. Like, things are not going to be handed to you. It's like it's hidden. It's only meant for a certain group. So it's like you going through this work, is realizing that you're a different type of individual. You have a soul.
If you could just bear witness to the fact that you have a soul and not being like, it's hard to bear witness to the soul if you're trying to fuck on people. So we need to do a whole show on that subject. But we talk about the soul, but it's hard to like conceptualize it if you want some goddamn cock later on tonight. You know what I'm saying? It don't even fucking matter.
I'm telling you,
So if you want some cock, you can't have a soul conversation, basically.
It's like the neuralizer from Men in Black. Soon as you get cocked, like, you ever had an in-depth conversation with a girl?
Hold up. Say that again, my nigga. Hold on.
Nah, it's like the neuralizer from Men in Black. You ever had an in-depth?
The mind wipe.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Imagine all the shit that your motherfucking ex-wife said to you, and then like, where's that shit at today?
Wow.
What happened to all the shit she was really about? I'm gonna love you forever. I'm gonna always hold you down. You ain't gonna never need for nothing, nigga. I'm gonna be a millionaire for you, nigga. Like, I'm gonna just do the best ever for you. And they're like, fuck you, nigga. I can't stand your ass. Get the fuck out. And you'll be like, I thought we was gonna be locked in forever, no matter what. Yeah, not no more. I got neuralized by some cops. I don't even know you no more. Get the fuck out. You just like, that shit. I'm telling you, man. Men in Black was about sex. I'm gonna watch it again and decode it because I just felt like that's what they was doing.
I swear, your shit be coming from left field because that shit fits so perfectly, bro. Because we were just talking about this shit earlier in the pregame. It's like, is that they want to be lied to, or is that they just don't want to hear the truth, right? Like, this nigga's a dusty nigga, right? But you had already, giving him some buns anyway. Like, let's be real.
You gonna lay your stomach?
I used to be the dusty nigga that was about to get the bun, so I know that perfect scenario.
Me too.
Like, yeah, you coming home, she getting off of work early. I'm at my mom's crib. I'm like, you gotta leave before 4. Like, it just was a bunch of shit.
I was just telling Evie this yesterday. I said, I know I smashed more bitches when I was on niggas' couches than when I lived by myself.
Oh yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Bro, when I was a homosexual nigga, is that what they call it? When I
had a rotation.
Nigga, I had a Monday through Friday jump. Like, Monday through Friday, it was a different joint every week.
Yeah, you either going to fuck with the hoes or be prosperous.
That's a fact. And that's a decision that's made early, right?
I mean, you can make it at any point. I made it late. I ain't even gonna lie. I just made it a couple of days ago.
I just crazy last week, nigga.
I just figured that out a couple of days ago. I ain't gonna lie. Just sounded sassy. I was like,
I got hit last retrograde, nigga.
Last retrograde.
Motherfuckers love using that. Well, right now my Mercury is so I'm finna just go fuck off this money just because Mercury said it's for the retrograde. Finances are finna be bad. Money's not coming in.
Y'all ever got some pussy because of Mercury retrograde?
Yep. Bitch was like, I don't know what's going on with me. I said, bitch is Mercury retrograde. You gotta get that pussy.
You gotta let it. We gotta let it loose. That's the only thing that's gonna make it right.
Listen, you want to make a wish? We gotta have sex. You gotta have an orgasm. Make a wish during the orgasm, and you good. Like, it worked every time.
50 Cent made a song about it called "The Magic Stick." That was actual, like, that was a biography. That wasn't like a music. It wasn't fiction. It was nonfiction. Like,
yeah, that was a biographical musical. Like, that was
exactly. Esoteric metaphysical dialogues.
Yep.
Things of that nature.
Yep. He was speaking to the underworld on that joint.
Oh yeah. For shit show.
Yeah, man. It's just when you go out your way to really build in the spiritual world, like Joe Dispenza, Becoming Supernatural, get that book and really understand what he's trying to tell you, because he's trying to help you build your energy up, because we got all this dormant energy that we waste because we don't know what we're doing with it. One thing I've been learning about feng shui, and I think it's powerful, that I got a download from Spirit about, is that a lot of landscapes are called dragons, right? Right? And dragons can collect energy, they can run with it, they can go ever. But once they set into water, the energy can be used. So what I thought about is the body having the serpentine energy and Kundalini being the serpent of your spine. So it's like learning how to ride these dragons. You know, I can use this energy to build myself.
Oh, that's dope.
And learn how to
That's
take
dope.
time and understand it. Like
That's dope, my guy.
these spiritual adventures that we be wanting that we see in these movies, we can create in our life every day, but we get hocus pocus out of it because we don't want to understand it. And I understand that takes time, and it's never about the rush; it's about the sincerity of it. That's what matters.
Y'all ever seen that John, the Never Ending Story with that big white flying dog?
I know what you're talking about. I just don't.
That's what that AD just got me thinking about. Instead of a white flying dog, just riding a snake through the fucking world. Like that's riding a dragon through the world. That should be dope. Yeah. That, that's dope, AD. That's dope.
Appreciate it. What we got next, gentlemen? What we got next?
Y'all make the call. You got anything else up there?
Yeah, we could break down the Meg and how.
You're supposed to play that. You ain't play that yet.
Yeah, come on. It's right here for you. So, family, that was at the Kamala Harris event. If you didn't really see the signs in the back. So, like, I want you to think about this in the intro we played earlier about how these celebrities are being used. Like, is that used to prove her, you know, that she's one with the black people? You know what I'm saying? Or to get her clout up? So I see this as clout chasing.
I'm sure she got a pretty bag for that shit.
Collard greens, you know what I'm saying?
I know she got a pretty bag for that shit. What I'm trying to figure out is what the fuck does she performing have to do with a presidential run? Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. I don't get. Yeah, I don't.
She put her people on. She let Megan Thee Stallion perform. She's trying to let everybody know how she really with us. You ain't telling me Megan helping the people. They be trapped in a glamour illusion, bro. Am I, dog?
Yeah, I don't. It's almost like people are okay with being bamboozled. It's just like it doesn't matter anymore, right? Like, we just accept whatever, and yeah, we're just supposed to go buy her album or something. Like I don't understand what. I don't, that shit is weird, bro. I mean, the only thing worse than that would have been Sexy Red, I guess.
Bow, bow, bow. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what you do with that shit, bro.
And it ain't over. She might be on the next tour stop. You never know. I don't even think it's pandering because I don't like. I might sound corny, but I don't think people really checking for Megan Thee Stallion like that. Not for real. Like far as like Atlanta, the hottest girl in Atlanta right now is JT. So it's like Megan Thee Stallion. She in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, the wave has passed her. Like it been past her once they start jumping on JT and Lotto and them. So
yeah, it's over. Like she ain't
I'm
like
pretty as a motherfucker.
That's your shit, AD.
You playing that shit while you working out?
Nah, I just be tapped into what's going on.
Let me find out, my nigga. It's
I'm
okay.
attacking our queens.
We all got our ratchet playlist. You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of ratchet playlists. I just don't have the chicks though. I don't know. What about the ice cream shorty?
Oh yeah, you were okay. I see. I trying to play them bumpers. I got you. Chat. You got some serious heat. Pulling up.
Lick from the front ass. Lick me, I'm a freaky hoe. He lick from the front ass in his face, tongue in my booty hole. If nigga out, pussy water make him drown. I don't need no more friends, I need more bands in my account. My pussy wet hoe, yeah, he cut the check so I'ma bring my friends to his section through the back door. He make it rain in this bitch, needed a trick. So send it to my phone if you serious about this shit. Coochie like Apple Pay. Credit or debit, coochie like Apple Pay. Lick me, I'm a
Oh man. I do want one of those.
Oh man, chat.
Yo, yeah, this is just a fun get together tonight, man.
Man, not for real.
It can't be super hard or serious every night. We're not trying to do that. But definitely appreciate y'all in the space and everything. I'm gonna put together some closing thoughts. I just would say do some shadow work before you decide on getting into a relationship, and make sure the person you getting into a relationship knows what the fuck shadow work is. Think about what your true intentions are, and think about if you're actually able to be honest about your true intentions. And if you're not, don't even fucking do it. And practice being the fool sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Because the fool is the master of this domain. If y'all haven't figured that out yet, you just see the shit that we playing tonight. Like, this is the shit that's going on. So, as I said before, thank y'all for the space. I say to the ancestors known and unknown. Shout out the hood. Shout out to Breeze. Shout out to my big bro, AD. And we'll see y'all again tomorrow, man. Peace and love.
Peace and love. And please go check out that Suscat family. It's always
Please
there.
do. Please do.
We got more coming soon. Stay
Yes,
safe.
sir.
Ashe.
I say good night, folks.